In 2003, the National Employment Project suggested that they would raise the minimum wage. A political analysis of with the group said the increased minimum wage would boost the economy and create 160,000 jobs. It said that raising the minimum wage would the lowest paid workers check would allow them to climb out of poverty and therefore reduce the poverty rates. This same logic was persuaded 28 states to raise their minimum wage in 2003. But research published in 2010 by the Southern Economic Journal found no evidence to suggest that the minimum wage increase had reduced poverty. In fact, they found people that benefited most from were higher income families, and the number of people in poverty had skyrocketed, reaching its all-time high in 2011 at 46.2 million in the U.S. Now the White House is trying to raise the minimum wage from $7.25 to $10.10 with the same logic as the last two times, in 2003 and in 2011. The logic that raising the lowest paid workers' check will allow them to climb out of poverty and would therefore reduce poverty rates. The economy is much more complicated than this, and so is the subject of minimum wage. So many conflicting studies have made on the relationship of minimum wage to employment and minimum wage to poverty that looking at them and seeing which ones are right or wrong can be nothing short of seizure-inducing. But there's some pretty good reasons not to raise the minimum wage, and we will see how minimum wage could hurt the economy, raising minimum wage could hurt the economy, what costs it to do so, and what we can do about it. Well, there are two problems. One of the problems is that the Democrats are proposing a minimum wage increase in the House of Representatives. They'll be raising the minimum wage from $7.25 to $10.10 in 2013. Although this received no votes by the Republicans, that should change. But the much larger issue is that people are uninformed on the effects of minimum wage. Economist Carden Kruger reportedly debunked the decades-long economic consensus that raising the minimum wage reduced employment, claiming that in 1992 a minimum wage increase had increased the unemployment in New Jersey. People later found serious flaws in their latest with their findings. Carden Kruger reported that some fast food locations changing from 0 full-time employees to 29 in less than a year, while others reported a dramatic drop in full-time employees from 60 people down to 15. When the actual payroll data was examined by economics Newmark and Washcard, they found the mandated minimum wage increase had boosted unemployment. And though Carden Kruger's evidence was debunked, many people still reference the study as an effort to defend minimum wage increases. And people often forget that people earning minimum wage are not stuck there forever. According to CNN, most people that earn minimum wage get a raise within a year. So what causes high minimum wage to hurt the economy? Well, raising the minimum wage makes it harder for inexperienced workers to get a job. High minimum wage tends to mean that employers are less likely to hire inexperienced workers, since they might decide that since they're going to have to pay them more, they might try to search harder for experienced work. It also will not lower poverty levels because most people in poverty, about 60% according to Forbase.com, don't have a job. Raising the minimum wage is just going to make it harder for inexperienced workers to get a job, and many times these are the people that really need one. While one could argue that's worth laying off a few people if it means the majority of people are getting paid more, that's not usually the case. According to economists, Windsor and Washcard found that higher minimum wages increase the amount of people in poverty, basically meaning the amount of losers outnumbers the amount of winners. And small businesses are already having to pay higher costs for health care. According to NPR, Walmart specifically cut workers' hours so they would not have to pay health care costs. And that resulted in them doing a food drive to help their lower-income workers. To bring down the unemployment rate, businesses need to be willing to grow and invest, and that's not going to happen if we keep burning them with high employment costs. So what can we do about it? The solutions, there are two solutions. One is that Congress needs to stop worrying about just party loyalties and votes and actually think about what they're doing to our country and the consequences. It's their job to put the needs of our country over the personal agenda, trying to do its best for our country. And the other one is that representatives are supposed to represent the people. You can contact your representative by emailing them, and if enough people do that, it will influence their vote. There are some people that argue that the ideas of minimum wage are 18th century, not relevant. However, just like in 2003 and 2011, minimum wage increases at times of high unemployment have a negative consequence in the economy, not a positive one. In times of lower unemployment, this is not the case. The success of minimum wage increase really depends on the condition of the economy, especially the employment rate. So I'm not saying we should raise the minimum. We should never raise the minimum wage. I'm just saying we shouldn't raise it now. So will the minimum wage get passed? I guess we'll just have to wait and see.